Hey guys, it's RookX here. We're playing some Shadowcraft, we're playing Ranked, and we're gonna play a few games today. Probably about 3 or 4 games in the Ranked pool, just depending on how long they are and the quality of them. Alrighty, so Forestcraft first up. And we are going second. So we're gonna get to use that extra evolve point, but we're a turn behind for a mana. I do not want that in hand. So we have a pretty nice setup here for Haven. We have a turn 1 play and a turn 2 play. That's always nice to have. And here we have 2 other really important cards in our deck. We have Themis' Decree, which clears boards and really just allows us to control the field. And we have our win condition, our main win condition in this deck, which is Instatued Seraph. And basically what she does is she's just a countdown amulet, and if you count her down, I think it's 4 times, you win the match, which is pretty nice. And she's a countdown of 1. So oftentimes that's the main way I'm going to try to win. I'm just going to try and get to the point where I kind of hold off my opponent until turn 8, and I can Seraph, and then hopefully after that I don't die, or they don't get rid of Seraph somehow until she counts down, and I win. So my opponent plays an Ancient Elf pretty early. I like to see that they're not getting maximum value out of it, and I can just Scripture that. So kind of makes them waste a really valuable card for them. Next turn we're going to be drawing 2 cards. Okay, they have another Ancient Elf. This kind of makes sense why they would play that. And just bounce it back to hand and draw another card. Very passive start for Forestcraft, but they can probably afford to do that against my deck because my deck is not very aggressive either early. Haven can be aggressive, but this build isn't. So basically, because they're playing Forestcraft, the only thing I have to worry about with Seraph is Odin. And unfortunately, a lot of people seem to be main decking Odin in this meta at the moment. Which makes sense, it's a good card to main deck. And now we're just going to Tribunal. So Tribunal is another really good card that came out in Bahamut. I can pronounce it. Came out in Bahamut, and basically what it does, it destroys a random enemy follower on enter, and then its last words are destroy a random enemy follower. So obviously it's most effective when your opponent has invested a lot of energy into one really powerful resonator. For 4 mana you just kill it. Pretty good. Pretty good. And it does not target, so it can get around a few things that way. Dance of Death hits us, and then a Water Fairy. I like the setup to this game so far. We've taken minimal damage and seem well on our way to just seraphing and asking our opponent what they're going to do about that. So I think a good thing now would be to, well, I have 3 Priests of the Cudgels in hand. I kind of don't want to let them go to waste, but I think a better play would be to Radiance Angel. Just recover all our life and draw a card. Veteran Tamer. So this is another good card that came out in Bahamut. And what she does is on Fanfare summon a Beastly Vow. So you get a lot of value out of her for 4 mana. I'm just debating whether I want to evolve this. I don't think it's necessary. Just keep my 3 evolves in reserve. They may come in handy when I have to start clearing boards after I Seraph. It's a possibility. Because my opponent doesn't have the Odin, and they're not playing Runecraft, so I can't just petrify it or banish the amulet. Oftentimes, they'll just go all in and try and kill me, because that's all they can do. And at that point, it's really nice to have these Themis' Decrees, just white boards, and if not, still have an evolve or 2 left to try and clear my opponent's board that way. So now would be a perfect time to Themis. I'm playing 3, so using 1 now is honestly pretty appealing. I don't know, though. I don't know how worth it really is. I could Priest of the Cudgel, evolve it, you know, banish one of these, use Priest, run into that, and then maybe trigger this, but I want to kind of keep these healing prayers to trigger my Seraph. My opponent still has 5 cards in hand, so even if I do Themis, this is Forestcraft that could quickly build up another big field. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the 1 Priest play. And having this, leaving this countdown at 1 kind of maybe puts my opponent in an awkward spot where they kind of hesitant to do any big plays next turn because they know it'll be killing one random follower. But if they fill their field with a bunch of low cost stuff, then they may want to be more willing to go into that because Tribunal's not going to hit anything great. Yeah, they're doing just that. And now at 5 mana, probably gonna... Okay. Lisa. I kind of want to just Seraph right now, because this isn't a lot of damage, and I don't see how they would inflict more on me. Even if they have that annoying card that deals damage to an enemy based on the number of cards in your hand, I don't think they have enough cards to really game me this turn. They still have an Evolve left, so they could do 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Yeah. I think we should just go in for Seraph. Having this Themis in reserve, again, really helps, because no matter how aggressive they get, we can always just know we can wipe it at least once. They're bored. Elf Knight Cynthia. Okay, that's not something I probably wanted to see. Now everything they attack with gains +1. So I'm probably going to be eating a lot of damage here. It's still not game, because I had quite a lot left. Life, that is. And now holding on to this Themis will really come in handy. Because obviously we want to just be saying no to their whole board. And now I think I will use a Healing Prayer. Just count this down 1 more and recover some life. Important that we do that. We still don't want to get OTK'd. That wouldn't be fun. Goblin Mage. Just filling their hand some more. Still on the lookout for that card that deals damage based on number of cards in hand, because that's one way they could just easily kill me. But they're only at 6 cards, and I have 10 life, so we are safe for the moment. They're having a bit of a think. It's understandable. They have no evolves left. I still have 2. If they don't make too imposing of a field, I think I can deal with it. Okay. Another Tiara. That kind of sucks for us, that she has another one of those. But, of course, we just win on this turn. Doesn't really matter. I lost track of the countdown. I forgot that we were winning next turn if they didn't stop it. So that's a good first game. Always like to beat Forestcraft. I think that game was really decided by the fact I had Seraph from turn 1, and they did not open aggressive at all. They kind of just sat back and let me gather my advantage until they pushed, and they pushed a little too late. Game 2. We will see who our opponent is. What leader they are playing. Dragoncraft, okay. And we are going second again. Normally I don't mind going second at all, but Dragoncraft actually kind of doesn't... Okay, we have our nice 1 mana, 2 mana play again. But Dragoncraft kind of doesn't mind going first because they get the extra evolve, and the whole deck's about ramping up mana in the short term anyways, to start playing start playing their big dragons and high cost stuff. So by having that extra, being one turn ahead on the mana, actually kind of benefits Dragoncraft. Dragon Scholar, okay. So I can attack it, and every time he attacks, he randomly discards one of the lowest cost cards in his hand and draws a card. So this is probably a Dragoncraft deck revolved around discard. They're not super popular, but I've definitely seen them. So I think this is an extremely valid target for Black Inscripture, just because normally I would have a harder time getting rid of it by just attacking. I was kind of debating whether to, okay, this might be an even better target for Black Inscripture, but we have Priest to deal with that eventually. So it's not a huge deal. And we can eat some damage in the meantime. It's fine. Dragon Oracle, okay. Pretty standard opening here for Dragoncraft. Not super optimal. They've definitely let some mana go to waste during these first 4 turns. But I haven't been putting huge amounts of pressure on anyways. Well, this is pretty nice for me right now. They're going to have 5 cards and they have to deal with Evolved Priest with no damage and Aria triggering in a couple turns. So it really depends what they have in hand, how comfortable they're feeling with all this. Uriel, okay. So they're probably, if this is a discard dragon card deck, Uriel's probably grabbing that one amulet. I forget what it's called. Basically gives them an extra plus every time they discard a card. I could Healing Prayer right now and trigger both of these. That seems like not a terrible plan. I wish I had another prince. Another priest. So I could just banish this Uriel. That's not really the case. I could Tribunal. I have a 1 in 2 shot of hitting what I want, which is Uriel, but I kind of don't want to mess with that. I think I will Healing Prayer, because I do recover some damage, and maybe I get to draw a Black Inscripture. No, I don't. Darn. Okay. Well, I think we'll keep that Evolve in reserve, just kill the Uriel, and leave his Luxfang kit on field. Yeah. I think that's alright. Okay, so yeah, this is the card I was talking about. Gives them an extra plus every time they discard a card. That's what they added off Uriel. Okay, another card that can't be attacked. Did not play her with her enhance though. He wanted to get this amulet out before. He didn't want to use all his mana just doing that. Makes sense. Alrighty, he uses his last evolve, so we are 2 evolves up on him. Of course, that doesn't matter if he's just playing Olivia, and that's his plan in a couple turns. Just recover all his evolves. Very possible. Now I kind of want a Tribunal. I could, yeah. Let's just eliminate this Luxfang kit. And then Tribunal, the thing that can't be attacked. And then next turn we can use Sarissa if we have to. Try and get rid of whatever he puts up. Another Dracomancer's Rights. Okay. Well, if he's just going to be passive here, fine by me. We will just summon this, get a Beastly Vow on field, and pass turn right back to him. And hopefully try and Seraph next turn. And that would be ideal. Imperial Dragoon. Okay, so this is the new legendary for dragons from Bahamut. And looks like he draws a bunch of cards from his Dracomancer's Rights. This is probably a good play by him to set this up a couple turns ago. Yeah, he gets a lot of advantage back. and I have definitely taken some damage. Pretty risky to just Seraph right now and say, try and OTK me, because it's a definite possibility, especially with all these cards he's drawn. I wouldn't put it past him being able to have drawn a Genesis Dragon, which just is I think it's a 9 cost with Storm, or yeah, with Storm, and it has 7 attack, so 7 and 5 is 12 right there. Yeah, I don't think I can really deal with that. So in the meantime, I think Sarissa is decent. Sarissa has Rush, and she cannot receive more than 3 damage at a time, so we can safely run over this Dragoon and still keep our Sarissa hanging around. If need be, I can try and win through Prince and not Seraph. It's always a strategy. Okay. Well, he's really showing the power of this discard deck now. He's kind of got the ideal field set up for it. He's getting a lot of advantage off 1 card and 3 mana. He kills one of my things. He draws cards and he summons another creature. Just kind of overwhelming advantage. Yeah. It's going to be tough to win this one, I think. Really depends what he has in hand, though, but he just is getting so much draw power off these two. I think eventually he will draw what he needs. The problem with going for Prince as well is he's still at 20 health, so I can Prince, but if he puts up an aggressive field, I'll just die regardless. So again, Genesis Dragon will only be 12 damage on board if he has it. Yeah, I'm kind of nervous about that. I don't see any reason to go in for that right away. So I think we'll Radiance Angel first, recover some life. Then we'll evolve our Angel, attack Luxwing Kit, and then we'll Tribunal. Because I know Tribunal is an annoying card to have to work around. Especially because he puts in a lot of he's probably going to be trying to play for a really high cost Resonator at some point, and Tribunal will maybe make him think twice about that if he puts all his eggs in one basket. Another Imperial Dragoon. Wow. Yeah. You have to be careful he doesn't deck out at some point here. Well, I think our best plan is to Themis. Then Prison Priestess and hope we don't die. Yeah, I like that plan. Another Tribunal. Okay. Show me what you got, Dragoncraft. What can you do with these cards in your hand? I wish I had more healing cards, because at that point I could just try and wait for him to deck out. Possibly. But, yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, we're eating some damage here. And it's not damage I'd like to be eating. Alright, so we can spend 6 mana through another Tribunal and Hollow Dogma to clear his board. And then maybe Arya. Again, unfortunate that I don't have any of my life gain cards, because this is making me kind of nervous. I feel like he has a Genesis Dragon in hand, and he'll be able to finish me off next turn now. There's not really much I can do about it, so yeah, we'll see if that's the case. I don't want to use my other Themis. I want to kind of keep that in reserve. So, we will Tribunal. Alternatively, we could just attack that, then Tribunal and have more mana. I actually don't think that's a terrible plan. So we'll do this. Then Tribunal. Now we have 6 mana to work with instead of 4. So I can Beast Call area. I think I'll keep this Hollow Dogma again in reserve. Maybe I want to trigger this Tribunal next turn, because it'll be at 2. No reason to use it now, and just for area. Alrighty, do we die this turn? I have a feeling we might. Genesis Dragon. It might be happening. He's thinking. Usually they play it immediately if they can kill you easily. Yeah. Perhaps he doesn't have all those. Okay, yeah, he's going to deck out if he's not careful. Although, maybe Dragon Newt is just killing us. I don't know. He has 0 cards left. If he doesn't kill us this turn, I just have to end my next turn and he loses by deck out. Because that's how this game works when you deck out. It's just an immediate loss. Yeah, he has 4 mana to try and kill me. Okay, Pyroxene Dragon. And the second he can't draw a card, he loses. Alrighty. So we get the very grindy win against Dragoncraft. His own strategy kind of worked against him. He drew too many cards, having the double Dracomancer's Rights on field. Yeah, that was a really interesting game. I kind of just held on and hoped for the best. So we're going to go again. I think we'll just play one more game here. I don't think we'll play a 4th. Let's see how we do in this last game. Alrighty, Swordcraft. And she has a very high level. She is gonna have a Master's ranked, it looks like. Alrighty, well, we definitely want to keep our Themis against Swordcraft. They're gonna be filling their field multiple times this game. So, probably gonna need more than one Themis, to be honest. Depends on how good their setup is. We go first. So the first 2 games in this session we went second. In this game we're going first. Okay. No 1 mana play. They're not playing Quick Blader. That doesn't surprise me at all. Usually the higher level Swordcraft decks kind of don't really even play 1 mana, from what I've seen. So they're not playing Quick Blader or Vanguard. Veteran Lancer, very standard. Alright, now we're going to Hallowed Dogma this, draw some cards. And eat some damage next turn. They might be aggressive and play the 3 cost with Storm. They deal me 4 damage this turn, instead of just the 2 from Veteran Lancer. We will see. Yeah, they play the 3 cost with Storm. So we're going to eat 4 this turn. An aggressive start from Swordcraft, that's to be expected. It's an aggressive deck. Yeah, we're just gonna have to hold on here and hope we don't die. Just banish that, play an Aria. Unfortunately, because I'm going first, I'm one turn too early for Priest, or else Priest would have been excellent there. So we're gonna have to do this instead. I can look forward to Priest next turn, however. Okay, Pompous Princess looks like he is playing 1 points, and he is playing Quick Bladers. I was mistaken about that. I just don't see that much, honestly, at the moment. But by no means is it a bad thing to do at all. This guy's got a Master's rank of some sort, so he certainly knows what he's doing. Yeah, Priest is a good idea. Kind of have to be honest. Get rid of Novice Trooper. And then we'll be attacking Pompous Princess. Unfortunately, annoying as Sword is, they often just keep a resonator, or sorry, a creature around to ping you with at some point. So, yeah, until I get to 6 mana, I can look forward to using my Themis. It's going to be very hard to clear their boards. Floral Fencer, yeah, another just standard swordcraft card. Yep, this game is looking a little grim for me. I'm probably going to be forced to Themis this turn. Yeah, I don't see too many other options for me. I think I'll just lose if I don't. So we're going to Themis. And hope we draw into another Themis here at some point. Because I definitely am going to need it. Like, he'll be at 6 mana next turn, so if he uses a Sea Queen Otohime, that's another way to kind of ask me what I'm going to do. Okay, Alwadi's Command is also valid. Yeah, it's a really good card. Start putting a lot more damage on me. I'll be at 7. I am at 7. Well, what to do? What to do? I need to recover some health. So I think we're gonna... First off, we're gonna evolve this. We are going to attack that. Then we're gonna Tribunal. Kill his evolved girl. Then we're gonna Healing Prayer. Make Tribunal a little bit more threatening. And recover some health. Which will be crucial if I want to try and win this. I need a little bit more than 7 health. What I have to be worried about is new card for them, Albert, Levin Saber. If he saves his evolve till he gets to 9, he can play Albert with Enhance, evolve Albert, and Albert with Enhance evolved has the ability to attack twice, and he has Storm, and it evolved, he's at 5. So he would have exact game right here. Again, that's something to worry about when he's at 9. If I'm at 10 or less, that's just something that'll kill me if I don't have a ward on field. I actually don't... Yeah, there's his Albert right now. He's probably playing multiple Alberts. I know in my Swordcraft deck I run 3. It's a good idea to do that. Yeah, he's just going in for the quick damage like that. Oh, man. I think we were losing this. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to be losing this. But regardless, let's play it out somewhat. Okay, I have a plan. We're gonna recover health some more, because we kind of have to. Draw a card. Then we are going to eliminate this. Eliminate Maid with this. Then we're gonna Sisters Initiate this amulet, so we kill Albert. And then attack him for 6. I doubt our strategy is gonna be able to... is going to be trying to kill him through damage, but you never know. That 6 damage might come in handy. So we'll see what Sword has up their sleeve at 8 mana. Like I said, I do have to be worried about at 9 mana if he summons another Albert. He can't evolve it, but it still has a base 3 attack, so he'll be able to deal 6 damage to me. Definitely a weakness in my build of this deck is that I'm not running any wards. I'm not running Heavenly Hounds. A questionable decision, for sure. That's something I may look to change in the future. Wards are important in this game. Very important. Okay. So he kind of fills his field again. I have yet another Tribunal in hand I can kind of look forward to using. So let's see here. First off, I'm going to do that. Then, yeah, I will do... Huh. Yeah, it's a shame. I'm close. I just need something else to store in my hand. I'd be able to kill him, but it's not going to be the case. Okay, we're gonna Sarissa. Sarissa, kill that. Kill that. And then attack directly. Put him at 6. And again, hope we don't die. Again, if he has another Albert, it's instant death. Just the quick blader. Yeah, and he does. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have gone for the damage, but I didn't like my position. I wanted to give myself a chance to beat him through damage. I didn't think I was beating him regardless otherwise. Alrighty. So we go 2-1 this session. Not terrible. Not great. I would like to go 3-0. That's the way it goes sometimes. Anyways, thanks for watching, and see you again soon.